both teams. And as we look at the introduction of the VIU Mariners, it's a bit of a different team. I mean, they have really suffered some hard times even this early in the season.
Yeah, tough losses from last season, right? Last season, pretty fruitful season for the VIU Mariners. Gold in the PACWEST, bronze in the national stage. Losing Daniel Mascarenhas and Lucas Torres, big-time losses, right? Plus, they're a little bit injured. Owen Dyke's not playing, their starting setter. Philip Triddle, big-time right-side hitter, not playing. So, you know, in order for VIU to take this game and start winning in the PACWEST, somebody will have to step up and fill those holes.
Yeah, when you look at how many points that those players were scoring for the Mariners, you got to wonder who can actually fill that gap. And over on the other side of the court, of course, it is the Camosun Chargers, the home team here, as we are just about to meet the starters. And here we go. So it'll be interesting to see if Kelvin Ma is changing anything up from last week, or if he's just going to let his starters play. And there's one of the two key players you talked about is Edvard Albertsen from Norway.
We can already see a little change from last week. Charles, number 8, Eli in the starting lineup.
Eli Waldring, I'm not sure what happened to his head, but he's hard to miss out there. And there's the other international on this Charger squad. And here's the third one.
Lakeland Surger out of Australia.
He was the player of the week last week. Not often you see that for a middle in this league. Normally it's the big scoring players that get player of the week, but he had a great set of matches against Capilano.
That's right, and that tells you that Camosun had a good passing game, right, in order to activate that middle. So expect to see more focus on that part of the game tonight for the Camosun Chargers as well.
Now both of these teams are going to be bringing a lot of heat from the service line. In the men's game, I mean, that is such a powerful weapon when you step on that end line and you can beat on that ball.
Well, the numbers are concrete, Charles. You know, if you serve the ball better than the other team, you have a much higher chance to win the game. It all starts from the service line.
Yes, I remember reading a study that said that the number of aces you score on your serve and your kill efficiency in out-of-system plays is a direct measure of the probability of success. So we'll see which team can execute the best tonight.
This is one of the most exciting rivalries in the country, the Island rivalry. Lots of history recently, so many PACWEST finals over the last 10 years. Usually Camosun having the edge during playoff time, and I'm sure the VIU Mariners want to change that this season.
Well, they're coming off a great season last year, and we're hoping, I think, for big things this year until stuff kind of went sideways for them. Lost a player here, got an injury there, and boy, it doesn't take much in this league for you to be on top, and then all of a sudden you're kind of fighting for the playoff spot.
That's where the roster comes in place, right? You have to have somebody stepping up. Here we go.
Well, there's a big serve to start things off. And there's going to be a free ball on the outside. The block is made. Big block, and here's Gabriel. And we're starting with a tremendous rally to get this thing going. Perfect passing. There's the pipe shot, and that is blocked as well. Set to the outside. Waldring, and he puts that ball down. Terrific opening rally.
Great rally, point to VIU though, because Eli stepped on the back row line, on the 3-meter line.
So as a back row player, you have to take off behind the 3-meter line, otherwise it's a violation. And Camosun is called on that as the ball is served out of bounds. Oh, and there's an errant pass. It's saved. Free ball for the Chargers. Here we go. Side out ball. And the block is there. And that's when it pays to be 6'6" or 202 or whatever that translates to.
That's a tall net on the Charger side right now. Gabriel, Lakeland, and Eli. Eli, very athletic player, so expect big blocks on the Camosun side on this rotation.
Well, 6'5", 6'6", 6'6" across the front row there, and the ball is served into the net, and that's exactly what you don't need. You want to get your block, have an opportunity to play that ball. Going back to serve, that's Kieran Pawa. Oh, Pawa from the end line. Yeah, he's got a kind of a jump float, and it goes sideways and misses the sideline.
A little bit of a hybrid serve there. It's a tough ball when it's in, but that was out.
So here's Gabrielle Spinelli, extremely consistent spin server, a real shot maker. Oh, he buries this one though. What a tough ball. Wow.
Great service down the line. Even better pass, one-hand pass from the VIU player. They just could not connect through the middle.
Reaction dig for sure. This is where the back row for VIU, they are down and ready. This heat that's coming their way. Right side, and the dig is made. Here's a transition opportunity, high ball into the middle. Diving save though. Bodies down all over the place here, and Waldring puts that ball down.
Great teamwork by the Camosun Chargers. Transition game, Eli going up and high to take a swing on that ball. Great play by the Chargers.
So both teams early on showing great athleticism and speed, covering huge amounts of court.
Great rally so far.
This one is chopped cross court, and the ball does not get over the net, set a little bit low. Jake Bolton is setting that ball. We talked about the injury to VIU, and that's their starting setter that was out, Owen Dick. So they're going with their number 2 setter, Jake Bolton. So far done an admirable job, but not able to connect before, but VIU is rewarded with a missed serve. But it's right back to the Chargers with a miss on that serve. Lachlan Scherger, he's got a deceptive serve. Looks like it could be a hybrid, but he just punches it right at the end. And there is the wipe, but no, there's a violation called. Not sure what it was, whether it was a net touch on VIU's part. Middle maybe coming in a bit too aggressive.
I think it was the setter, tight pass, setter trying to fix that ball, could not handle his body.
Another big serve, another middle, and this time it is successful. Beautiful cut back as this one is turned right into the court. And that's Max McDonald.
Max McDonald, fourth-year middle out of Kelowna, BC.
Great dig from VIU on that cross-court shot. Free one, here we go. Set from the outside, up tight to the net. Waldring's blocked. Spinelli sets, Edvardsen. Oh, and a miscommunication. That one should have come up, but it didn't. And so the point goes over to the Chargers.
So far, lots of defense touch for both teams, right? Hard to kill a ball without clean balls, like clean kills, like we like to say when nobody touches it. Both teams showing lots of effort right now.
Into the net it goes. So it's 9-5, opening set, number 1 of a best of 5 setter. First 4 to 25 points. If we go to a 5th, it'll be to 15, and it's win by 2. Yeah, and this one is put over on a really quick turn by Matt Rapin.
Good reaction by Matt there. Tough pass from Christopher. Max has a tough float serve, comes with so much weight. So good job by the Camosun setter.
Perfect pass. Oh, and what a lovely cutback. Beautiful out of the middle from Christian Powell.
Great pass by VIU, able to call on that middle, able to connect with the setter.
Three blockers. Ball is kept alive. Here's VIU in transition. Here's an opportunity. Nice dig by the Chargers. Waldring from the back row. And it is hit long.
Tough ball to hit, scramble play on the Camosun side, high set. Still tried to find the court there, but wasn't able to do it.
LaGuardia, he is the libero for these Camosun Chargers, all over the place on that one. And that one is nailed down from Spinelli. Perfect set to the outside.
Gabriel Spinelli, 6'6", rookie out of Juiz de Fora, Brazil.
For the Chargers, 17, Lkwugen.
Another spin serve, again a perfect pass. Here's a one-on-one opportunity. And there is a touch on the ball. It was flying out of bounds, but it caught a piece of the blocker's hand on the way out. Good sportsmanship for Gabriel to acknowledge that. Oh, and this one is just out of bounds. Eli Waldring having to do the straddle jump to miss that one.
Good reaction time by Eli. Sometimes it's so hard to get away from that ball because it comes with so much heat. Point Camosun.
Oh, and this float serve, I don't know if it caught an updraft, but it was on its way to another time zone.
These are the serves you don't want to miss, Charles, especially on the men's game. So many spin servers, right? When you go for a float serve, you got to make sure that ball is in play.
Yes, you have 100% control over it. But the favor is returned to the Chargers as that one is put long by Powa, Kieran Powa, Calgary, Alberta. Third year, 6'4". Spinelli, spin serve, goes deep. And this one is hit long. floating out the back. And that is the right side, Nicholas Uhl.
6'8" rookie out of Germany.
So both teams with foreigners here, bolstering their rosters as this one is driven into the bottom of the net. But in the mid part of this set, it's the Chargers in the lead as they line up to receive this big spin serve. Oh, and there is a bit of an unforced error there. As Sugar was coming in, and he hit straight ahead, but he was facing out of bounds, and that's exactly where the ball went. So a quick 2-point swing and a dead ace. So now this match has gotten close as Nicholas Uhl has been deadly from the service line.
Nicholas showing why VIU went all the way to Germany to count with his talents. Great service by Nicholas.
Well, he has different angles too, being 6'8", as this ball is hit over in VIU in transition, and they pump what's called a 31 in the middle of the court really quick.
Really consistent service so far from Nicholas, putting a lot of pressure on the passing line of the Chargers.
Max McDonald, his timing was great in the middle there. And here's another one, and more trouble for the Chargers as they have to give up a freebie. And there's a net violation of some kind is called, as the Chargers have seen enough and a timeout is taken. Welcome back to the Center for Sport and Exercise Education. I'm Charles Parkinson along with Eduardo Bida, bringing you all the action from this island rivalry. Camosun had a 5-point lead a blink of an eye ago, and all of a sudden now it is tied at 14-all on the strength of some solid serving.
You're 100% correct, Charles. It all starts from the service line. Nicholas showing he's not feeling any pressure with his first match here at PACWEST, his first island rivalry at the PACWEST.
And he remains at the line, trying to give the Mariners the lead. This one is taken. It's a high ball set. Nobody goes for it. Everybody's looking at the ball. My goodness.
Miscommunication on the Chargers side. That service is really putting a lot of pressure on all of those players. You can definitely tell they're feeling somewhat of a pressure right now.
Yeah, some sloppy play there. But a reprieve from the Chargers as the ball is driven into the net.
Nicholas has some credits though. Great service run by number 12 from the VIU.
The Chargers are going to have to regroup here to get back in this as that pass is taken. And the ball is rejected on the outside. Looked like Waldring got his right hand on that shot. It was a little bit tight to the net, and there was nothing that Carter Monroe could do with that.
Eli showing his great hops, great block by number. But
this one is out of bounds as Camosun gives it straight back, and now we are tied. It's 16-all in the opening set. And this is Monroe on the end line. Gonna bring some heat. But this one handled by Spinelli, and in the middle, it's kept alive. And a beautiful shot down the line as Uhl starts to heat up a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's feeling it. Letting it go on swings and serving, right? Playing really loose volleyball right now.
And we've talked about this as a sport of tempo and of rhythm and of pace, and once you start to feel it, you can really do some amazing things. Beautiful shot on the left side rather. That's Edvard Adolfsson putting that down.
Good swing by Edvard, doing what everybody's expecting him to do, which is to pass the ball and kill the ball. Great run by Edvard.
Waldring going with the spin serve. Puts this one in. 3-meter pass. And it is off the block, and it doesn't matter how fast you are. LaGuardia cannot track that one down.
Great swing by the VIU left side. High ball to the pin. Swinging high and deep off the blocker's hands.
Paua back in there. Carter Monroe in the front row. Looking to set up those blocks. And Adolfsson again, but this time it is way too sharp. That one hit about the 2-meter line, but it was outside the actual court area. And so the Mariners open up a 2-point lead. The block and a transition opportunity. And a miscue into the net by the Chargers. And Kelvin Ma is going to call his second timeout at 20:17. And we are back in set number 1 of this island rivalry. And it has been a back and forth battle. Chargers on top early, and Mariners fighting their way back on the strength of some great serving. And they now enjoy a 3-point lead in the late stages of this first set. And really with 3 points, they just have to stay on basically the side-out game here. So Camosun's going to have to go 2 for 1 if they want to close this up.
Right now for VIU, it's all about making sure they're passing the ball well, right? Not taking too many risks during service, making sure Camosun is going to play.
So we'll see if Camosun can get out of this jam. No, they cannot. And it's an errant pass that can't be retrieved. And so Adolfsson commits the error, and Camosun now under some pressure here. And there's a touch on the top of the block as Adolfsson makes up for that last errant play.
A smart swing, not so much of a good set, still able to adjust himself and hit high off the setter's block.
So we've got a little court maintenance taking place as a little bit of sweat on the floor as Adolfsson goes back to the service line. Now he's a spin server, and that long as that toss is in the right spot, it can be effective. Oh, there's a beauty, but what a save. Kept alive. Waldring! He puts that down from the right side. What a dig from Spinelli.
Beautiful play by Camosun. It all starts with a great serve by Edvard, great dig by Gabriel, and then high set to the right side, big swing.
And VIU decides that it's time for them to take a bit of a timeout, give their players a breather as the Chargers are pushing hard. We're in the late stages of set number one, 21-19. The Mariners are ahead of the Camosun Chargers here. Both teams using their timeouts. We were going to say the same thing.
Exactly. Camosun able to cut that lead off by 2 points. VIU still has the 2-point advantage. Let's see what Edvard can do from the service line right now.
So this is a must-make serve. And not only is it must-make, it is a clean ace to the floor. Big play.
Beautiful serve, that low toss that he has. It's so tough for the other team to predict the ball trajectory when it's like that, right? So beautiful serve by Edvard.
And that front row is creating a bit of screen for those passers. And when the ball is traveling so quickly, you don't have any time to react. This one is down the line, another errant pass, but there's an opportunity here. But it is the Mariners' ball as it's wiped off the block. It snivels along the top of the tape and falls out of bounds.
Tough call for the ref there. A little bit of who touched it last, did it touch the block, and then rolling through the tape all the way to the sideline.
Bobby Vu is the up referee. And what a dig from the back row. Keep that ball alive. VIU again showing some great defense, but an errant set here right into the antenna. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think somebody had a little too many Cheerios for breakfast. Too strong.
A little bit of an unforced error there from the setter. 1 point difference right now.
Big serve here from Liam Conlon and a block at the net. And just like that, it is all tied up.
All tied up. Great service by Liam Cullen. Fourth year middle blocker out of Calgary.
Beautiful help from Spinelli on that play. Conlon, can he make it 2 in a row? No, it's into the net. And a point scored by VIU there. Oh, and there is a big serve for an ace. Linesperson is right there. And that's Colby Suzma, just hammered that shot.
Great service, tossing that ball way inside the court and reaching for a little bit of a side spin. Ace for the VIU Mariners.
And that creates set point. And there's 2 in a row and a super strong finish for the Mariners as they take the first set over the Camosun Chargers, 25-22. We'll be right back.
What is your path? Your path can be long. It can be short, winding, or straight. Sometimes it takes you on unknown, rough, and hilly terrain. and sometimes is familiar, smooth, and flat. What a path does best is take you from where you are to where you want to be. And, like most journeys, it helps to have a friendly face with you. At Camosun College, we walk with you, with respect and honor, helping you go through the obstacles in your way, or cheering as you move out front and forge your own path. And always, no matter what path you take, we'll be there with you. Your path to community. Your path to creativity. Your path to opportunity. Your path to success. Camosun College.
Welcome back to Pisey Gymnasium. The VIU Mariners have won set number one. And Eduardo, what's the importance of winning that opening set in your opponent's gym? Like psychologically, what does that do for you?
Well, you just get the host team with their momentum and their rhythm a little bit off, right? So all that hype from the crowd and being at home and the visiting team able to steal that first set, that's big time for their moral.
So we'll see if VIU can keep going as that one is dug by the Chargers. There's a joust at the net. Ball is kept alive though. Here's an opportunity and it's wiped off Woldring. So Uhl continues to shine.
Great option swing by Nicholas.
Well, I apologize for that little technical difficulty, but we are back calling the action now. It is 4-3 for the Mariners over the Chargers here in set number two. And at the service line is the man who gave the Chargers fits in the last set, Uhl, with that serve. And he continues to put them in trouble, but there's a recovery and off the blocker's hands it goes. Monroe can't stop that as Woldring pounds it into the stands.
Great swing by Eli, showing off all his athleticism.
And he goes back to serve. And this one will not climb the net. So it is a free one for VIU. Monroe, Victoria, BC native, on the end line. Ball set to the wing, it's inside, and nobody is there. Both teams here with some uncharacteristic errors with nobody covering.
Tough play to watch on the Camosun side, getting scored with a overhead set from the ground. That should never happen.
Yeah. Once again, the Chargers caught flat-footed, take a rip at it, and a big block this time. The ball is rejected, and that is Lachlan Scherger.
Great read by Lachlan. Long arms there, just have to reach and press. Beautiful block by the Australian.
And he is back to serve. This one taken easily. Oh, a bit of a miss set there. Not sure what happened, if the ball maybe had a little sweat on it and was slippery. Interesting story about Lachlan. Apparently, he's an Australian. He had a boxing match with a kangaroo. Yeah, and he claims that he knocked it out with a right hand.
All right, let's pretend to believe him.
There's a big swing as that ball goes off the top of hands and is out of bounds. Colby Sousma, third-year athlete.
Great swing by Colby. First year played at Capilano University. He has a heavy arm. Great swing by the left side.
And Uhl continues to dominate on that right side. Not quite a perfect set. Not much for Spinelli to work with, but boy, the door was closed there.
Nicholas showing off all his skills, serving the ball, swinging the ball, and now blocking. Great job by the German.
And another one, back-to-back blocks. And you know, one of the things I'm interested in is Camosun doesn't seem to be using the middle very much, so their middles on the VIU are just releasing to the wings, which allows for those blocks to happen. What do you think about that?
Oh, you could tell the VIU's middle blocker was camped, waiting for the ball to go on the outside for Gabriel.
And they finally go back to the middle, and they're blocked again. A little bit transparent there. Well, the importance of setting tactics and strategy in this game, especially when you get to this level, just moving that ball around is critically important. Waldring, ball did not touch the block, and so 3 errors in a row, and all of a sudden this gap opens up again as the Mariners jump on top.
Coach Calvin decides to not call a timeout, let the boys play, let them figure out from within the court. We'll see how that plays out.
Well, it's maybe a good choice this time because that ball was served right into the net as Rappin is going to the end line now. He needs to get a run going for these Chargers. Oh, and there is another errant set. That's twice that's happened where the ball just seems to be coming out of the setter's hands. Very strange.
And that's one of the keys of the game that we talked about on the pre-match, right? Replacing the starting setter in Owen Dyke.
Right. Well, Gavin McGregor there was struggling a little bit. He gets this one up, and down it goes. So when it's there, it's good. It's just been a little spotty.
Great run by the VIU Mariners, looking very consistent right now.
And enjoying a 3-point lead as a result of that consistency. An over bump gives the Mariners a shot, and yet another problem with setting. Now this is awfully strange. I'm not sure what's happening with that ball, but That's going to be all for Gavin McGregor, as number 5, Luke Sigurdsson, comes in, Manitoba native. Oh, some strange stuff happening there for the Mariners. But right away, that is turned around as that middle action on the turn back scores.
Great run by the VIU Mariners. A little bit of a tight pass towards the right side of the net. Still able to connect with the middle. Great job by the VIU setter.
And Sigurdsson looks comfortable right off the bat. And everybody trying to find that ball, but at the very last minute it goes off a knuckle.
A little bit of a weird play by the VIU Mariners. The ball was totally diggable. Nobody could find it up in the air.
Liam Conlon takes a little bit of juice off this one for control. Ball is set on the outside, and that one goes cross court from the middle of the court. You would have thought the block would have that one.
As the blocking team, that ball should never be able to cross into the cross court, right? A tough set all the way from outside the court, still not able to block.
And this one is put down. Connection between Scherger and his setter, Rappin.
Important point on the Camosun side, just cutting off the Nicholas service, run right away.
Yes, he's been on a few runs, that's for sure. There's a big serve, but taken well. Another opportunity. Sigurdsson thought he was a hitter there, took a rip at it. Here's a shot out of the pipe. Kept alive, but off the antenna and out of bounds. Not allowed to touch the antenna in this match.
Mishandling the ball, Eli. Just a free ball from the VIU Mariners, still not able to put up a good pass.
Perfect pass. No, it's an overbump. It looked so good, but then kept going. And then it was just clubbed straight down. Heads up play from the Mariners, and that forces a timeout from Camosun College with the score 16-12.
What?
And we're back in the end of this timeout taken by Kelvin Ma of the Chargers, as they are down 16-12 here. And during the break, Ed and I were talking about what's going on out here, and it's not so much that VIU is playing great, but what they are playing is very, very consistent volleyball and passing well, whereas Chargers seem to be making more errors.
Very consistent, and I think another thing is they're being more aggressive. That plays a huge role into the volleyball game, right? You gotta be aggressive.
Well, let's see if this can turn around. Again, it's about a 4-meter pass. High ball, and the block is there. So credit to Adolfsson as he was going for it. Still not 100% shot there.
Yeah, it seems the Camosun side is relying so much on the left side. I'm missing, seeing more action from Eli.
And nothing out of the pipe at all so far. The passing just not there. And this time it is over top of the block. Adolfsson trying to get a piece of those fingers, but it's just a little bit too deep. And coming out is Spinelli. And coming back, or coming into the match for the first time, is number 9, Kyle Stadola. So Kelvin Ma trying to get a little stability there, particularly on the pass, as everything has been too short. And that time, that ball is flushed. And ever since the change in setters when Luke Sigurdsson came in, it's really seemed to have stabilized the attack coming from the Mariners.
Absolutely. And just bad decision making by the Camosun setter with not so much of a good pass, still trying to force the middle.
Finally, this ball is hit out of bounds, and you could see all the Chargers there saying, yes, thank goodness. So time to mount a bit of a comeback. If they don't want to find themselves behind 0-2, still an opportunity here as they're trailing by 6. Adolfsson at the end line. Good serve. That's the way to get it done. And that ball with pace and with spin, top and side spin.
It all starts there, Charles. Great service, right? Trying to match the intensity and the consistency from the VIU side. Let's see what he can do on his second serve.
Oh, and there's another tough one, but what a good pass. But it forces an error, and VIU drops 2 in a row as Sulsma hits that one into the antenna.
And again, it always starts with a good service from Edvard Adolfsson out of Norway.
So can he make it 3 in a row? It's off the tape. Oh, off the tape. Ricochets out of bounds. Max McDonald. Now he's a middle. I'm not sure why he would be taking that ball, but he did. But it's good news for the Chargers as they now trail by 3. (19-16) is the score right now. The Chargers are in front. Or sorry, the Mariners rather are in front of the Camosun Chargers. The gap was 6 points just a few minutes ago. The Chargers, on the strength of some strong serving, started to close it up before the Mariners called their timeout. Abe Avender on the sideline, wanting to give his team a break. This one is handled perfectly, and the block is right there. And once again, it is Lachlan Sugar on a commit block.
That's the importance of a good serve, right? Great service run by Edvard, putting a lot of pressure on the passing line of the VIU Mariners. Great block by the Australian.
4 in a row now. Much needed points. Oh, and that one is beautifully placed. Couldn't be more on the right side of the court.
Beautiful job by Edvard. Like we talked, he has to step up if Camosun wants a chance to win this game, and he's stepping up right now.
It's a 1-point set right now. 19-18. Off the tape it goes. High ball to the outside. Block is there. Oh, diving save. Waldring into the net on his own side. And that is it, as we have a substitution on the Mariners as Jake Staubbe comes into the game. He's going to be a serving specialist. He's a spin server. When he's on, he's really on, but obviously takes a little bit off of this one. Ball is kept alive though, and it is put down on an over bump. And once again, Lachlan Sugar big at the net.
Lachlan using all his height, all his wingspan to kill that overdig, that overpass.
So Staubbe gets it in. Doesn't have the heat he normally brings, but it's tough when you're coming off the bench. Dig is made. And no, the Chargers can't keep it in play. Great pursuit on that ball. Everybody going for it, but just not enough.
Great hustle by the Chargers, just not enough. 2-point lead for the VIU Mariners.
So we're in the red zone now, folks. The game is only played to 25, got to win by 2. And there's the pipe. That's maybe the first one that we've seen, as that one is definitely in.
Great run by the Chargers, utilizing that pipe. We haven't seen that much of it as of right now. Good run.
Part of that is to keep that middle guessing as to where that ball is going to go on the blocking side. And this ball is put down. A bit of an errant set there as Waldring capitalized on it. And we are now tied, 21-all.
VIU showing a lot of consistency in all facets of the game. Just one thing missing, setter.
So the Chargers are pushing, trying to get back here. And this one goes off hands and down. So the Mariners have a chance here now to extend the lead. Soolsma, 6'5", out of North Vancouver. Argyle graduate, but he hits it long. So Kyle Stadola, he has a wicked serve when it's on. This one, though, is handled. Shot taken in the middle, but kept alive. Chargers in transition. VIU keeps it alive. Here we go. Back and forth. And VIU wins that point.
Great point by the Mariners. Matt Rapping trying to force that middle once again. Having the right side at his disposal, still deciding not to utilize him.
Power from the service line. Big serve. And that ball is hit long, 1.5 meters out the back. The Chargers commit an error, which sets up a set point for the Mariners.
Great pass by Adver, just not able to convert the point.
Tough serve, it's an overbump. Here's a chance for the Mariners, and this is for the set. Swinging from the outside, off the block, and out of bounds it goes. That was Carter Monroe, and you could see that from the moment he started to approach.
Great swing by Carter. You knew he would go for that out of hands off the block. Great option by the left side, and just showing aggressiveness, right? That was the difference on this set from the VIU Mariners and Camosun Chargers.
Well, the Mariners win, and they take a 2-0 advantage. We'll have the third set when we come back.
What is your path? Your path can be long. It can be short, winding, or straight. Sometimes it takes you on unknown, rough, and hilly terrain. and sometimes is familiar, smooth, and flat. What a path does best is take you from where you are to where you want to be. And, like most journeys, it helps to have a friendly face with you. At Camosun College, we walk with you, with respect and honor, helping you go through the obstacles in your way, or cheering as you move out front and forge your own path. And always, no matter what path you take, we'll be there with you. Your path to community. Your path to creativity. Your path to opportunity. Your path to success. Camosun College.
And we're back to live action, just about ready to start set number 3 here between the Camosun Chargers and the VIU Mariners in the Island rivalry. And what a rivalry it's been, and what a performance this VIU team has had over the last few years.
Well, one of the big programs in BC and in the country over the last 10 years, 2 national bronze medals, 2 PACWEST golds, 4 silvers and 2 bronze medals, so always at the big stage. They've been dominating the regular season over the last few years, just sometimes, failing to capture the gold ultimately, but always a tough program to play against.
Abe Avender, great recruiter. Wayne Wachowski, his assistant coach, same thing. See them at the big tournaments. And they're starting off with a terrific serve, which is an ace for them. And so it is 1-0 rather, as Sulzma just mashed that one.
VIU has all the momentum right now, winning that first set, right? And then again, winning that second set, being a lot more aggressive than the Camosun's team right now.
So Camosun has been close, but with no finish. Oh, here we go, set to the outside. And Stadola sends that one almost to the wall. And there's also been another change on the right side as Jordan Fulljames has come in, replacing Woldring. On the other side, it has been very consistent. Rappin on the end line. Little float serve. And the block is there. Stadola and Conlon flying in on the close.
Finally able to stop the German right side. A great block by Kyle. Wrapping back to serve, 4th-year setter out of Prince Albert, Saskatchewan.
Little action back and forth there. As VIU comes up big on the block. Yeah, that looked like it was number 15, Kieran Powa, showing his power.
Great block by the VIU duo, Nicholas and Kieran. Big wall in front of Kyle, not able to hit through the block.
And out of the middle, Liam Conlon, quick arm swing, cuts that one off.
If Camosun wants to have any chance of winning in this game, this is the standard, right? Passing the ball at the setter hands, and then you have all the options. Great run by Camosun.
And that one, I don't know what you would call that, a splat, a sploot, I don't know. Whatever it was, it worked.
It worked. Christopher not able to read that low elbow from the middle and letting that ball drop in front of him.
So Uhl misses that one. Ball goes back over to the Chargers, and as you mentioned before, he's been a deadly server, so the quicker you can get him off the service line, the better for your team. Conlon has been consistent throughout. We'll see what he can do. Puts the Mariners in a little bit of trouble, but not for long. Carter Monroe's having a game.
That's the aggressiveness we're talking about, Charles, right? A tough pass, everybody knew he was getting that ball. He's still hitting it hard and making some smart choices with the direction of the swing.
He goes back and puts that ball in, outside set. Full James has to give a free ball over and gets called on a double contact. And again, for the Chargers, it seems like it's just those small things. It's the error here, the unforced problem there that really hurt them as they now trail by 2.
Yeah, Edvard tried a little push into the block, not really recycle, more trying to score. Got blocked, not able to set it. Double contact by Jordan.
Straight up and down. Here's Jordan. And did he touch the block? There is no call from the lines people. And it is over and out. So the gap now 3 points, 7-4. Set number 3. And this one is clearly in. Stadola just turned. You can see his frustration when he saw that ball drop onto the line. And sometimes when you're coaching on the sidelines, you got to wonder, who do I have? Stadola's already come in replacement. You're kind of wondering who else you can put in. Short serve this time, and it is put away. One of the most consistent players has been Lachlan Sugar out there.
Lachlan always effective. Great pass by Christopher. A little bit of a roll shot on that serve. Still able to put that ball right on the setter's hands.
LaGuardia, a very steady libero for the Chargers. And there is the wipe off. Sigurdsson, what a smart play. Knew that one of the Chargers was going to be there and just wiped that to the side.
I think the ref awarded the point to Camosun, Charles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe he touched the net on that wipe.
Maybe. That was a great wipe anyways.
A lucky break for the Chargers, but they'll take it. And this one causes problems. Going to be a down ball. Dug up. Oh, and pancake dig from Stadola. But Sugar can't get that big frame low enough.
Great run by the Mariners, able to connect through the middle. Their middle's being really called to play. Big advantage for the Mariners right now, 9-6.
Bit of an errant pass, high ball to the outside, but this time the Chargers go off the block and all the way out of bounds as Adolfson gets a lot of volume on this team.
Lots of volume, being able to hit some balls there. He went on a great run from the service line on the last set. Let's see what he can do right now.
They got some top spin and side spin. As you see it there, but it's a save, sets up a free ball. Chargers now in transition, here they come. And off the block and out of bounds, so score a point for the home team.
Good swing by Kyle, free ball on the Camosun side, still not able to put that ball right on the money, but still got the point anyways.
And this one right into the net. So Adolfson scores one and gives one up. As the setter, Sigurdsson from Oakbank, Manitoba, is on the end line. And Stadola is roofed. Tried to go down the line, and that was not available.
And you could see the VIU's middle blocker, even though it was a good pass, he was really closing on that block, right? Knowing the Camosun setter tendencies.
Sulzma is just waiting there again, but this time, somehow or other, Stadola threads that needle.
Yeah, great hit by Kyle, managing to go through that triple block. Some way, somehow, that ball went through. Good for him.
High ball to the outside. And a violation called there. It's a double contact called by Bobby Vu. He's the up referee in control of this match. So we are a 1 point difference now, 11-10. Chargers trailing, but on the service line. Go straight back to the outside, but this time it's Uhl making an error.
And Lachlan showing a lot more consistency on his services, right? Last year, you could see the improvement to this year. This year, he's a threat from the service line.
Yes, I can remember when you used to have to cross your fingers every time you went back to the service line, but now it's a lot more consistent. And Uhl says, well, you think I missed the last one? I think I'll just crush this one.
Great hit by Niklas, right? Great option by the setter as well, just giving his player more confidence after the miss. Good job by Luke Sigurdsson.
Beautiful defense from VIU. That ball brought up, but the Chargers with another opportunity and go straight back to the same play. Conlon, 2 30s in a row in the second one. Nobody there.
Nobody there. Great set by Matt Rappin. Liam just crushing that ball down on position number 1. Beautiful job by the Camosun Chargers.
Interesting how the middle's just vacated there, electing to go to the wings because that's been the Chargers' tendency. And
wow.
Good things happen. When good things happen, there's an ace serve. Used to call that a sniveler. It kind of hits the net and snivels its way over.
Good job by Matt Rapping there.
And that gives the Chargers the lead by a single point here, 13-12. But steady as you like are the Mariners. We've talked about this before. They're just consistent and aggressive. Just consistent and aggressive.
Oh, you can tell. I don't have the exact numbers right now, but you can tell they're playing a lot more in system than Camosun, right? That pass is getting to the setter hands much more often.
But the Chargers will take that as they have the opportunity now to put the ball in play, and Gabriel Spinelli has come back into the match. Their Brazilian star. Very consistent from the service line. Really effective as a left side player. And this one is an over bump, but nobody was there ready for it. Nobody was ready to pounce.
As a blocker there, as a left side blocker, you have to have those hands high up in the air because that ball might be coming back, right? You cannot abandon that first and go straight to the block. You gotta be watching the ball.
Here's an opportunity, and it is put down by Full James. Another one of those big hoppers. Great vertical.
Great swing by Jordan, 30-year right side out of Prince George, BC. Tough ball to swing, double blocking in front of him, still able to hit down the line.
And out the sideline is Liam Conlon. So 2 in a row that he's missed from the service line. And that sets up Monroe. He takes a lot off this one. It's going to be Full James again. And he pushes one. I don't know what you would call that. Maybe it's the two-hand push attack.
It's the new trend in volleyball, Charles. You know, that ball is high up in the air. He thinks he has a better chance of killing it with a setting. And he got the kill. Props to him. Jordan, back to serving.
Well, that one had a huge parabola on it. And that ball is set outside, and I think it's on its way to China. That one hit the ground with amazing force. You better check the court.
Colby Suzma trying to find some oil here at Pisces.
This is Jake Staubbe coming in to serve. And he takes something off it. A diving save from LaGuardia. Keeps it in play. And there's a big block, so the Chargers escape on that one.
That's how you save a point, right? Great serve by the VIU player. Christopher able to save that ball with a pancake. Free ball on the other side. Lachlan able to block that left side swing.
A little communication there between the captain, Monroe, and the referee. Not sure what that was about. Maybe he was thinking it wasn't touched by one of the Mariner players before it went out. The referee saying, yes, it was. And there's an error. Sulsma on the outside, one-on-one, trying to go with just too sharp an angle. And so we have a timeout at 18-16. VIU needs to talk about this.
What?
Welcome back to the Center for Sport and Exercise Education. It is the VIU Mariners and Camosun Chargers in full tilt action here in this island rivalry. VIU started strong, won the first 2 sets, close sets, but won them both, especially towards the end. The Chargers trying to battle back now, have taken a 2-point lead And it has been Adolfsson who has helped them get there with some strong service aces. And another big block from the outside. This is the wee man wrapping the setter.
Big block in front of the left side from the VIU Mariners. Edvard able to go on another run. His serves are so hard when they're on. Let's see what he can do on his third attempt.
Well, those serves are tough, forcing that ball to the outside. So it takes the middle out of play. There's another one, but it's off the hands of the blocker. Spinelli'd like to have that one back. Kind of just blew his hands apart.
Good touch on the block by Gabriel. Defense not able to retrieve that ball. Point VIU.
Spinelli on the float serve. There's the dump. Oh, what a beautiful dig. But no, Spinelli is there, and he makes short work of that one.
Just shows so much energy after the point. Camosun's needing that, right? 2 sets down to the VIU Mariners on the Camosun's home court. Great run by Gabriel there.
It's like an infusion. Sugar, end line, and beautiful play. Free ball. Chargers with an opportunity here. Here they come. Conlon in the middle.
Well, Camosun just showing that aggressiveness we've been talking about. The aggressiveness, the consistency, right? On the VIU side, some unforced mistakes, not so consistent passes anymore. Sets get predictable. Makes the blocker's job on the Camosun side a lot easier.
Beautiful shot down the line. High ball set. Chargers with a chance here. Close to the net. Tip over. And there's a net violation. So VIU is on the net. The Chargers get the point. And that takes them to 22. So they've opened up a gap here, determined to take this set.
A really great job by Lkwugen. Showing some really good consistency from the service line.
Back set. What a big, big hit that was. That was Suzma. He got all of that one.
Kobe Suzma, third year outside from Vancouver. Really great swing by the VIU player.
And he's got a tough serve as well, as the Chargers caught looking. I don't know how many times that they have just watched as that ball has hit the end line from the same player.
Lots of aces going on that seam over there. You can see the players discussing who has that ball. We'll see what happens now.
That one is even harder, but here's a chance on that high ball. And there's a touch on the block as Spinelli gets the job done against a 3-man block.
Great swing by Spinelli. A high ball to the pin, going high and aiming for that cross, deep cross shot.
Chargers trying to stop the middle, but I'm not sure what kind of defense you'd call that.
Yeah, ball went straight into Edvard, not able to put that ball up.
I think that was just self-preservation, protecting his head.
Most definitely.
So McGregor is on the end line now as another change from the Mariners. Conlon has to reach for that one, sets up an opportunity for a swing, but a handset violation called. And those ones hurt, and especially when it creates set point.
Well, those are the mistakes that are hurting the VIU Mariners right now. Unforced errors, right? Hitting into the net, mishandling the ball. And right now, 4-point difference for the Chargers.
A big serve here. Spinelli would like to finish it. puts a little juice into that one. Set to the wing, and it's Doug. Here's a chance. Conlon! I don't think he even took an approach. That was just a rebound jump. He presented to the target, and Rappin found him, and he put it away, and the Chargers bounce back, and they win set number 3. They're still trailing 2-1. We'll have set number 4 when we come back.
What is your path? Your path can be long. It can be short, winding, or straight. Sometimes it takes you on unknown, rough, and hilly terrain. And sometimes it's familiar, smooth, and flat. What a path does best is take you from where you are to where you want to be. And, like most journeys, it helps to have a friendly face with you. At Camosun College, we walk with you, with respect and honor, helping you go through the obstacles in your way, or cheering as you move out front and forge your own path. And always, no matter what path you take, we'll be there with you. Your path to community. Your path to creativity. Your path to opportunity. Your path to success. Camosun College.
About to get set for set number 4. The last set we talked about the Mariners' success over the last several years, and how about the Chargers? I mean, they've been record-setting as well.
The Chargers, last 10 years, 3 national golds, 1 back-to-back between 2022 and 2024, 6 PACWEST golds in the meantime, 2 PACWEST silvers, 8 final appearances in a row in BC, and just showing the composure and the heart of the big program, right? VIU had all the momentum on those first 2 sets. Camosun able to retrieve that momentum back to their side.
So that's why this rivalry is so important and so loved by everybody, is that these 2 teams have had success on the national stage and the provincial stage, and they're just kind of up the road from each other, and they love to battle like this, but there's tons of respect between the 2 programs.
Always a good game against the VIU Mariners and against the Chargers. One of the greatest rivalries in the country.
And Camosun starts off on the right foot with that cross-court shot from Spinelli.
Good shot by Spinelli. Reserve now.
This is Rappin from the end line. Floating. Perfect pass from Monroe. And that is so easy when the pass is set up like that.
That's the consistency we've been talking about, Ray. Float serve, pass right on the money, able to activate your middle point VIU.
Oh, there's a big serve there. And that is outside the antenna. So Rappin is not able to save that one.
Great work by Colby Suzma, such a heavy hitter. That ball is coming with so much heat at the Camosun side.
And he just puts everything into that. But the Chargers are able to escape as Jordan Fulljames from that left side goes high and deep. And almost every single shot that we've seen, both in the men's and the women's games, if they're within a meter of the end line, they're down. They're going to score.
They will score. That's such a hard ball to dig. And props to Jordan being aggressive on that set coming from behind.
Big serve once again from the Chargers on the end line. That was Spinelli putting all kinds of heat on that.
Spinelli, also known as Spida, really consistent server. Let's see what he can do on his second attempt.
This one is handled well, high outside. Again, off the block and out of bounds. And you can see Carter Monroe, when he's going up, he's almost rotating in the air. I mean, you know exactly where he's going.
He knows what he's doing. This is for Camosun to adjust and get both hands in front of that ball, so there's no room for him to go down the line.
You really have to wrap that ball. Quick middle attack from Conlon is dug. But the Chargers will get another chance, and here they all come. And the option is the pipe, and Spinelli puts it down. So 4 men in motion there.
Showing lots of energy right now, fourth set. This is a long game. Spinelli being activated from the pipe. Great swing down the corner.
Now, those of you who don't know, the pipe is when you were a back row player taking off in the middle of the court behind the 3-meter line. Uhl is dug. And the dig's made, but I think Adolfson thought it was maybe the other direction.
A little bit of a miscommunication there. Great dig by Camosun, just not able to convert the dig into a set.
Uhl takes a rip at it. And the pipe again, and this one is right on the end line. And 2 lines people in this game, 1 on each end line. They cover the end line and the sideline. So balls like that, they can see.
Spinelli getting lots of volume right now. Expect more.
Fulljames, this one is long. Monroe, graduate of Claremont Secondary School, not far from his gym. Buries that one into the tape.
Tried to take something off that serve, dropped his elbow, couldn't make the ball past the net.
Well, Adolfson has had a lot of volume. You wonder if fatigue might play a role here. See if he can maintain the damage he's been doing over the last few sets. Good serve. And it is down. So Adolfson showing that he came to play today.
Advar Adolfsson making all the difference from the service line. Great job by the Norwegian.
And Sugar finishing in the front row. Camosun up by 2. Another big serve. And this is not going to make it over. The hope was to get that ball to Max McDonald, but there was just no chance. Well, that wasn't coming up, and Sigurdsson couldn't find him.
It's not a good decision by the setter. Tough pass. You just have to put that ball up for someone to take a swing on it.
Oh, look at that shot, high outside. And this one goes down, but man, you're gonna have to have Molten tattooed on your chest after that shot.
Great service by Advert, even better work from the VIU side, able to side out that ball.
McDonald. And that is a dead simple ace, just left by LaGuardia. Obviously thought it was going to go long.
McDonald has a great float serve, comes with a lot of weight. We'll see what he does now.
This one's taken, and it is off the hands and out of bounds by Spinelli off Uhl, or off Sigurdsson rather.
Spinelli getting lots of volume right now, showing lots of energy, celebrating with the bench. Great job by the Brazilian.
And right now, the smallest player in the front row for VIU is the setter. So you can imagine a lot of the attacks are going to go where he is. And this one threads the needle. Yes, Conlon. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Gets the job done, it gets the job done. A point is a point. Great job by the Chargers. Something to talk about with the refs right now. Camosun just showing that consistency and that aggressiveness right now that's giving them the edge.
Oh, that was, now you don't see that every day. Uhl is playing on the right side, so he's not in the passing rotation, so his job is simply to get out of the way.
He tried to lie down on the ground. He didn't think that ball was going in. That ball was totally in, hit him on his back.
And this high ball was off the blocker's hands and down, but in this set so far, the passing hasn't been quite as accurate for VIU. And so it's allowed the Chargers to take a 3-point lead. One-on-ones. Uhl cannot stop the ball.
Gabriel showing lots of energy, celebrating all the points. Matt rapping, giving him lots of sets. Great job by the left side, the rookie left side.
Spinelli had a bit of a blow on the sidelines there for a little while and kind of recollected his thoughts, and boy, he's come back in and made an impact right away. Here's another opportunity for the Chargers, and they go in the middle, and it's down, Conlon.
Camosun touching all the balls on the block right now, able to transition and execute.
And Abe Avender's seen enough, and he takes the timeout with the Chargers up 13-8. And we're back in the middle of this timeout taken by VIU. And Eduardo, this is kind of shades of what happened last week as well.
Well, last week, VIU went all the way to Carter in Cranbrook. We're winning the game 2-0 and then got beaten 3-2. So you might think there's some fatigue kicking in, some psychological fatigue kicking in. We'll see how they behave after the timeout.
Well, the pass, again, a bit of an errant pass. But this time, Uhl goes high off the block, and there's no chance on the dig.
Tough set for Nicholas, able to score on that ball. Point VIU.
The big server. But this one is handled, a perfect pass. And it is out of bounds. So Spinelli makes the pass, but on the attack just goes a little bit wide. So that error gives VIU the point and another opportunity for Soolsma to mash that ball, but it's straight into the tape.
Soolsma always going at 100% on his services. Been serving pretty good so far, just not able to put that one in.
Stavi is coming back in, and he will go in to serve as he replaces Soolsma. Well, Stavi's going to stay in the back row now, play a little defense. And a beautiful serve. And that was a bit of a hybrid.
That was a great serve, toss for the float, and then in midway through the movement, go for a spin serve. Great serve by the middle blocker.
Kieran Pawa catches the Chargers a bit flat-footed on that one. Perfectly placed right in the seam. So LaGuardia and Edvardson, or Adolfsson rather, are going to have to watch this one closely. This one is handled perfectly, and there's the pass from the pipe, but that is dirty, meaning that Spinelli took off inside the 3-meter line. So again, it's those errors that are creeping back.
Unforced errors, great pass by Christopher. Pipe set, just not able to get a swing on that ball.
But that middle has been incredibly consistent for the Chargers.
And that's the name of the game, right? Good pass on the Camosun side, able to connect with the middle, holding that block with him. Point Camosun, Liam Collins serving.
So VIU now trailing by a single point as Uhl goes to the end line. He's had some fabulous serves throughout this match so far. This one explodes, but Sugar just got a hand on it. Looked like a top of his fingertips and whiffled it over the block.
Great serve by Nicholas. Even better pass on the Camosun side. Matt Rapping activating his middle. Not a good swing, but still able to score.
Full James. Ball on the outside, and once again, Mr. Consistency, Carter Monroe, gets it done.
Textbook side out from the VIU Mariners. Perfect pass, even better attack from Carter.
Now it's interesting because Stabi is staying in the front row for the Mariners. And produces a point right away. And you talked about that earlier. You got to wait for that ball before you vacate for the attack.
That's right, because, well, if Matt had let that ball went over the net, that would drop like it did with Camosun, right? So good for Jake on, you know, watching that ball and staying active on the net.
So the long serve maintains Camosun's 1-point lead, and Adolfsson is on the end line. Now he's served typically to the center of the Mariners or to the right-hand side of the court. See if it goes there again. No, into the net.
I guess we can call that late game jitters, right? A 17-17 on the fourth set. Everybody being a little bit more, you know, conservative with their serves. We've seen many mistakes, many missed serves right now. So we'll see what the VIU Mariners can do right now.
Gavin McGregor coming in. And he takes a rip at it, but a little bit cold coming in from the sidelines. And he goes straight back out. This time, Stabi is rejected. Rappin holding his ground on the outside.
Great work by Matt Rappin. 2 hands on the ball, not allowing the VIU's left side to utilize his hands.
Another opportunity for the Chargers. In the middle it goes, and another sniveler. Conlon. Now it's amazing, he gets off the net, but he doesn't go very far. He's almost looks like he's jumping from a standstill.
Very dynamic player, right? Doesn't need too much space to get a good jump in. Good job by Liam.
Bit of a low set, and this time Stabi goes off the block and out of bounds. Scores a point for his team, but the Chargers are at 20 and up by 2.
Great swing by Jake, being aggressive, 3 blockers in front of him. It paid off.
Sigurdsson. Dig is made. Another opportunity for the Chargers, going to the middle, and it's off the block and out of bounds. Paua is there, but Conlon pulls the trigger so quickly, if you're not set perfectly, it's just gonna ricochet off your arms.
Great job by the Camosun Chargers, really forcing that middle every chance that they get. Good job by Liam and Matt.
We talked about that earlier, that they weren't going to the middle that often, and here they've changed that considerably. Oh, what a save. That ball kept in play by LaGuardia. And finally, it is crush blocked. And those are momentum plays.
That's definitely a momentum play. Great recovery by Christopher. Great block by Gabriel. Camosun up by 4 points right now.
It's 22-18. Camosun trying to extend this to a 5th and deciding set. VIU would love to go home after this. Stabi gets on top of that one, drills it down.
Great swing by Jake. Scored that ball and then back to the bench. Colby's back in to serve the ball.
Suzma has brought heat. Can he do it again? Hard serve, and it's an ace.
Great job by Colby. Always a good hitter, really great server, and props to Coach Abe for making that switch. Jake had just killed the ball, and then you take him off for Colby to serve the ball, and then he scores. good adjustment by the VIU's head coach.
Abe Avender, the head coach, was the chiropractor for the national team in Paris at the Olympic Games this last summer. Might have seen him there if you were watching the Canadian team play. Said it was an unbelievable experience. The level of play higher than he's ever seen in his life. Trying to instill that same level to his own players, and boy, is it working for Soolsma, as he's been deadly from the end line.
Great job by Colby, forcing the Camosun Chargers to call for a timeout.
What?
Welcome back to set number 4 in this island matchup between the Mariners and the Chargers. The VIU stormed out to a 2-0 lead. The Chargers fought back in set 3, taking it. And now we are in set number 4, and there's a 1-point gap right now. The Chargers on top 22-21. But Soolsma has been killing it from the end line. Just some rocket serves like that. And into the middle goes Conlon. And what a great set there from about 4 meters back. Risky.
Risky set by Matt Rappin. It paid off, able to kill that ball on a great service by Colby.
So the Chargers taking the risk and earning the point. Spinelli, tough serve from him as well. Here's a chance for the Chargers in transition. It's into the middle. Conlon has been deadly.
Getting so much volume right now and killing all the balls. Great job by the 4th-year middle.
2 quick points, and just like that, it is set point.
Quick turnaround here for the Camosun Chargers.
A little extra juice on that one. Ball is dug though. Here's a chance. Full James with a tip. And that ball is out of bounds. Monroe expecting the block, but the hands were pulled down. The ball was hit and out it went. The Camosun Chargers take set for 25-21. And we are all square at 2 sets apiece.
What is your path? Your path can be long. It can be short, winding, or straight. Sometimes it takes you on unknown, rough and hilly terrain, and sometimes it's familiar, smooth and flat. What a path does best is take you from where you are to where you want to be. And, like most journeys, it helps to have a friendly face with you. At Camosun College, we walk with you, with respect and honor, helping you go through the obstacles in your way, or cheering as you move out front and forge your own path. And always, no matter what path you take, we'll be there with you. Your path to community. Your path to creativity. Your path to opportunity. Your path to success. Camosun College.
We're getting ready for set number 5, and this will be a burner. It is only to 15 points. It takes about 7 minutes. And Ed, what's the secret here?
The secret here is going to be who serves the ball better and who is more consistent passing the ball, right? This is not the time for mistakes, right? Unforced mistakes. You have to be aggressive and you have to be consistent, right? 5th set, we call it nobody set, right?
Yeah.
It's such an even game so far, so you have to have that level of aggression right on top.
And we've seen both teams suffer from errors, often in a row, so you can't afford to do that here. It'll be really interesting, and I'm not going to go out on a limb and make a prediction here. Straight back to the middle goes the Chargers, and there's a net call from VIU. I think it's Uhl charged on the net, but Camosun really going to that middle now with Conlon.
Liam Conlon, so far player of the game, in my opinion. It doesn't get much better than this. Island rivalry, 5th set. We'll see what happens.
Rappin on the end line. Oh, and that one really drops. What a save, but Spinelli is there, and that ball was down at light speed.
Great fix by the setter. He's still able to put up a good set there. Even better blocking by the Brazilian left side. Able to be right in front of the ball. We call it zeroing the ball, right? Right down on his feet.
This one is taken a little easier. In the middle it goes, and that one is down. And that knots the score at 1 apiece. As Paua, after making that middle attack, goes to the end line for the serve. He's been dangerous back there. Chargers dug in. Pass is made. And the tip is out of bounds. That ball on those back sets, not quite as accurate as the front setting.
Yeah, Matt deciding not to use that back set as often. And those are the unforced mistakes we talked about, Ray.
This one is long, and it is 3-2. Camosun on top in set number 5. Spinelli going back to the end line. He's been a consistent server for the Chargers. This one's off the tape. It's tight. Bit of a swing block there from Conlon, and I think he touched the net as the Chargers got a piece of it. But Uhl, big time from the end line,
Another unforced error from Camosun. Let's see Nicholas.
Uhl was focused on that one. No doubt where this one is going, and it's another error as this one is long. And that gives the point to the Mariners. They lead by 1. It's 4-3 here.
Out of the 4 points from the VIU side, 3 mistakes from the Camosun side.
Another big serve. And a net violation charged against VIU. So the Chargers get away with one there.
They get away with one there, and early stages of the 5th set, and you can tell the players are on their nerves a little bit, right? Lots of mistakes happening right now. Game slowing down a little bit. 4-4. This is VIU Camosun, Camosun VIU Island rivalry. It doesn't get much better than this. Over league history, head-to-head, VIU leads 42 wins against the 37 wins from the Camosun side. So that tells you how balanced this rivalry is.
The last 10 years, though, Camosun 23-16. So this has really been a seesaw battle. There's a big dig made, a chance for the Chargers, and it is good. Adolfson, and he seems to have that really deep cross-court shot nailed.
Adver, a very technical player, very mindful of his actions. Great point by the Chargers. Open net for Nicholas. Gabriel able to dig that ball and score in transition.
Conlon. Oh, he takes something off that one to make a play on it. Uhl dug again, but this time it is into the cement. Not even Christopher can bring that one back.
And the Camosun's left side deciding to not even attempt to block that ball. Focusing all in the middle, leaving an open net for Nicholas.
Well, he's a back row player. But when you're 6'8", I don't know if that's a good move. Ball is dug from VIU. Here's a chance to swing, and it is successful. That's what you talked about, being aggressive. I mean, it may come back to you hard, but it may also go inside the block.
Exactly, and you have a much higher chance of scoring when you're aggressive. But I think it's out of rotation for VIU.
Looks like an out of rotation fault. So they will lose a point. And the serve. So the Chargers are now up 6-5. That's a really unusual error at this point. Jordan Full-James, he beats that one down, set to the outside. LaGuardia on the dig. Here's a chance for the Chargers, another one. And the chip is long. You know, he hit the last one cross-court deep and nobody was around it, but he changed his mind and turned it at the last second.
Second mistake, trying to hit that line on a high ball. Wasn't able to score, point VIU.
And the Sniveler creeps over the net, falls to the open floor, and VIU takes the lead. Now the first team to 8, and these teams will change sides. 7-6 for the Mariners. Make that 7-all.
We'll see who got the point on turning the sides.
The way that these teams are going, we could be here until tomorrow. Adolfson takes some heat off this one for sure. And that ball is hit off the block and out of bounds. That was Paua coming in. Good timing. And now the teams will change sides. This happens only on the 5th set. So the side, you can gain no advantage by being on one side.
Great run by the VIU Mariners, able to connect with that middle. Hard, deep swing by the middle blocker. VIU able to score and get the advantage.
So the referee on the floor, Mark Lindell, will pull out his rotational order and check that everybody's in the right place. And we will be straight back to the action here. Sigurdsson from the end line. And what a big hit from Lachlan Sugar.
And both setters activating their middles every chance they got. This is a great battle.
Sugar's been consistent. Not this time, as it's into the net. Sulsma on the VIU side, he's been very, very dangerous. If you're going to bring out the heat, now's the time. But it is long. So the team's just trading errors here as we creep closer to that 15 points. Remember, you have to win by 2. Rappin float serving from the end line. Dug by the Chargers. Here's a chance for Spinelli. Cross court dug as well. Kept alive. Here's an opportunity from the right side, and it is down. That is Uhl. After that ball was set over by the Chargers.
VIU setter activating his best attacker, Nicholas Uhl, being so effective tonight.
Well, and why not? 6'8", and a tower on that right side.
Exactly, and this is the time for the big players, right? You gotta go to your point getters.
Every serve, such a big serve now. High ball, and full James. And that ball is crushed. It is straight down by the VIU Mariners. And they open a 2-point lead.
Big block in front of James, tried to hit through bones, did not work his way.
Too sharp on the angle there. Ball kept alive. Here's the Chargers in transition. Here they come out of the back row, and that point will score. Adolfson.
Great job by the Chargers. Free ball. Activating Edvard on the pipe. Gabriel Spinelli back to the service line.
And it's a 1-point match here. 5th set. And to Monroe. Is that Monroe? Well, that's Stavi. This comes in there and wipes that ball off the blocker's hands.
Carter having such an amazing game tonight, being really effective on the attacking, really good passer as well. Really great job by the VIU's left side.
3rd-year player. And Conlon once again is there, but what a beautiful set. One-handed there.
Beautiful set by Matt Rappin. That ball a little bit too tight, still able to reach and activate his middle. Great job by Liam.
Chargers, though, need to score 1 here tie up this game, put the pressure back on the Chargers, or on the Mariners rather. A perfect passing though. And this one is long, no touch. One of the few mistakes from Monroe that we've seen.
Carter trying to go for that high offhand. Refs did not see it. They're complaining a little bit, thinking there was a touch. Refs don't agree with him. Point Chargers.
It's 12-12 now. Conlon puts it in. And this one is touched in the back row. Spinelli a little bit late on that dig. I don't think he could make up his mind if it was in or it was out.
In any case, it was a net touch by Camosun's middle blocker, so
this is
point VIU.
A huge point for now for the Chargers. Side out, it's even. Miss this, and it is match point, but they don't have to do anything. It's 13-all on the missed serve.
And that's when we go back to the aggressiveness. When you serve to not miss, you cannot serve to not miss. You gotta go for your best serve all the time.
And Full James, will he go for it? Up it goes, and he takes something off it, but that net touch will score the point for the Chargers. Staubbe was swinging for it. I think he hit part of the ball, but mostly he got the net. Strange play.
He most definitely went for that swing. Just wasn't expecting the Camosun player to touch that ball first, so he hit the net.
Full James took all kinds of heat off that, just wanting to get that ball in play. Let's see if he will rip on this one. Yes, he takes a good swing at this one. It's a high outside ball, and the block is there. The Chargers have come back. Down 0-2 at the start. They battle back to win this match in 5 sets. What a terrific finish.
Great match. That's what we expect from the Island rivalry, right? VIU played such a great game tonight, just not able to execute on the 5th set. Still great game from the Mariners. Great comeback from the Chargers, down to 0-2 at home. You would expect VIU to have all the momentum, all the moral, but they were not able to capitalize on that advantage. So great game for both teams here. A great show we experienced tonight.
Yes, the Chargers, a little bit of a slow start, got behind. Mariners came out and took the first 2. Chargers fight back for the next 2. Again, pretty close sets. And that 5th set, you couldn't get much closer than that, 15-13. And it was a seesaw back and forth. Mariners ahead, Chargers ahead. But it was right at the end, those last few serves, where the Chargers are able to close the door. And what better way to finish it with a big block on the outside?
Nothing better than that, Charles. 15-13 on the last set at home. Great win by the Chargers. Great match we had the opportunity to watch tonight.
So a 5-set win by the Chargers. We'll take a break and come back for interviews.
What?
Trevor LaGuardia of the Camosun Chargers. And Chris, what a match. Like, talk about back and forth. I mean, what about those first two sets? It looked like you were in control, but the Mariners were able to come back and win those first two. What was going on there?
They made mistakes down on each other. I think that's what we need to switch. We're here to play volleyball because we love it. We make mistakes a lot. So I think we have to change the mindset.
Yeah, we had talked about that, the unforced errors that were hurting you guys. You get a lead, work really hard, and then give 2 or 3 away, and you can kind of see the momentum kind of shifting. And in sets 3, and especially in set 4, you really got that back set 4.